My children have been sick for 6 weeks. That's bigger than a whole hand. 6 mother effing weeks. That will be 6 weeks on and off. I will give them credit for that. Of vomit, diarrhea, the works. Finally, we were able to take them into the doctor yesterday, and they all have ear infections. 2 of them have a double ear infection. One of them just has an ear infection in one ear. But 6 weeks, okay? Day 1, the children woke up with vomiting. I'm not talking just a little, throwing up in a bowl kind of thing. I'm talking they're vomiting and it's hitting the ceiling and it's hitting the walls and it's hitting the floor, and every little surface of the house is being covered by vomit. And you can just see these little speckles just all over the house, like I'm, just taking over. And I'm very particular about my house. I'm very particular about the amount of clean that my house is. I love bleach, and it may not look clean, but still very particular. So by the end of the day, they continued to puke and just have diarrhea everywhere. By the end of the day, they decided that it was the best thing in the world to poop on the floor and then puddle jump in it. And so then not only is the vomit just kind of everywhere, and then it hits the ceiling fan and then just kind of all over the room, and making me a little more than a little crazy. But then they're puddle jumping and it's getting everywhere. And so I started from one end of the house to the other, and I just cleaned any surface. I cleaned all carpets. And I'm not talking about just cleaning carpets like back and forth. I'm talking I went this way, and then I went this way, and then I went this way. Multiple times. It was freezing outside, but the smell and the stench of just nasty and is all over my house. So we have all the windows open. The kids are bundled up, but then they throw up all over their clothes, and so then I have more laundry, and then they poop, and so then I have more laundry. We get, it's a madhouse in here, right? So I'm finally to my bedroom, which, of course, they're puddle jumping and then they're walking all over. So you have to do every single freaking surface of the house. And my daughter looks at me, and I am just drenched in sweat, and I haven't showered, and I just look disgusting. Now, my daughter looks at me, and she's so sweet. She just turned 4, and she really is a good little girl, but she almost didn't make it. After she said this, she said, "Mommy, you look different." And I said, "Oh, honey, how do I look different?" And she goes, "You look like Daddy." I said, "Okay, how do I look like Daddy?" And she goes, "You look like a boy." Now, to give her credit, when my hair is down and I don't have any makeup, I do kind of look like a boy. I have the smack dab middle part, natural, not pretty. And in all reality, I end up looking like a Backstreet Boy, which, for my love of the 90s, still just isn't good. It's just not good. Anyway, so, I'll give her that, but still, kind of a gut punch as to how I'm feeling about myself at that point, because I'm just like, I have been cleaning up your fecal matter all day, and you're really going to tell me I look like a dude? Awesome, thanks. So then the next morning, I'm thinking, okay, it's got to get better. Maybe it was just a bug, because at that point, no one else was sick. And it was just Lorelai and Liberty. It was going to be okay, right? I hear Lorelai tell Liberty, "Oh no, Mom's gonna be so mad." So of course, I book it. That's the beginning of the day, like they had just woken up, and I am still trying to wake up, head my way over to their room, and so I hear those, and I'm booking it as fast as I can. We have a little house, so it doesn't take very long, but when you're kind of tired, it's like a drunk person running. You think you're moving fast, but you're really not. Anyway, I open the door, and I can just still see it. Liberty, my beautiful little 2-year-old, who I love and can't stand all at the same time, had taken off her diaper. Now, she has a history, a very long history of painting in her poop. Well, this time it was a little different. She had taken her diaper off, but she had had diarrhea and decided to take the vent off of the metal vent off of her, well, her venting system, whatever, in her room, and drip her diarrhea down into the vent. So cute, right? And I'm just looking and watching in slow motion, trying to get to her as fast as I can. She sees me and hears me open the door. So she slams the metal part back on and realizes there's still some in her diaper. So then she takes the diaper, and in the middle part, in the grate, like, she starts, like, getting the excess out and just making sure it's in every little crevice. I don't know how this girl moves so fast. I kind of think she might be a superhero. She just hasn't figured out what, her superpower is, other than making me cry. So I stop her. I get the kids in here, make sure they're taken care of, change their clothes, wipe them up, give them baths, just the works. Put them in front of the TV, and I said, for the love, just sit down and watch a show so I can clean this up. Now, I went back in that room and took off the vent top, put it in the sink, and put some bleach on it so that it could start to clean up, and I grabbed the bleach spray, and we're out of gloves. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just do this. I grabbed the paper towels, the works, right? And I put my hand in there and I start to clean it up, and the worst thing I can ever imagine happens. The heater kicks on. It was like diarrhea butthole right in my face, and it was like a movie, like something that you would see in a movie. This can't be real life, right? No, this is real life. This is something I deal with all the time. So I run over. I'm trying to wipe my hands as fast as I can so I can turn off the heater, and I am just like shoulder deep in just nasty, right? And it's hit my face, and the kids are in the front room, and I hear them laughing. They had puked again, all over the floor, all over the couch, all over themselves. And instead of telling me, like they normally do, because they don't feel good, that's not something they want to sit in, right? So instead of telling me, they decided to play in it and paint on the walls in it and rub it into my couch and my floors. And then Liberty decided to poop again. Well, she took off her diaper and did it on the floor and oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. It's been a mess. So I am just hoping and praying that it's gonna be over soon, right? Just for the love, just let this be over. So the next day is actually my birthday, and Ben, my husband, was so sweet at trying to, so we went to church, and then we came home, and he had me lay down, and he was just being so sweet. Just, relax, put your feet up, let's have this be as stress-free as possible, which was so sweet. Until Liberty, we thought the kids were napping after church because they are just always exhausted. And so we put them in bed and thought they were napping. And instead, Lorelai goes, really, Liberty? Mommy's gonna be mad. No, Lorelai's pretty good at, differentiating the difference between good little Liberty and bad Liberty. And usually she can help me out quite a bit because I can't see her all the time. Anyway, like I said, she has a history. Liberty has a history of poop painting. So she had pooped, and it was finally solid, which is awesome. Well, mostly. And she had painted over her dresser and put it through her hair and eaten it and face painted like a warrior princess all over her body, all over the clothes in her dresser, all over the floor, all over the walls in less than 10 minutes. And it's caked on there. Now, my husband's a woodworker, and he and I are pretty good at fixing anything that people deem broken or unusable. And so, we fix it no matter what. This was not fixable. This could not be fixed. So her dresser is gone. We had to throw it away because it was so saturated in filth that we couldn't fix it. It was condemnable. It was disgusting. So I got out all this stuff. Ben is just washing her in the shower, trying to get the poop out of her hair and her eyebrows and her little toes, and like, oh my land. And so I'm, trying to put all of their clothes in the washer up, next to their bedding and everything else that I'm trying to keep a part of, like on top of. And we take their dresser out of the bedroom and into the, and leave it by the street or whatever. And it's just been a madhouse here. So this has been happening for 6 weeks. 6 freaking weeks on and off. And then Lucas gets sick. Okay. Now, my kids, when normal kids are really sick, they like to sit on the couch, right? And they would like to watch TV and drink Sprite or whatever, and, with their little throw up bowl. Not mine. They get more energy. Mine like to prove people wrong, which, I mean, they're my kids, so it makes sense. But, oh my land. So Lucas is in his room, and he has peed and puked over all of his pack and play. So it can't be used anymore. It is completely, literally disintegrated because we've had to bleach it so many times. So he's sleeping in blankets on the floor till we can get him in bed. Now, he's peed all over that. And then he decided to do a similar Liberty thing and take his diaper and go put it in the vent. I didn't know this until it was too late. And once again, butthole right in my face as the heater gets on. Guys, I love being a mom. I love being a mom. But there is something special about a mom who can keep her cool in instances like this. I am not that mom. Now, normally my cool is, I make sarcastic comments and I get kind of snippety, and then when Ben gets home I cry, and then I fall asleep on the couch after drinking a giant soda. So that's kind of what I do. If you moms can, like, or dads or whoever's in charge can keep track and, like, keep your cool, can you please teach me? Because I am on the verge of losing my ever-loving mind. Like, they're on antibiotics now. I'm hoping that that'll help. But anybody who has sick kids, please teach me how to be confident and calm with them, because honestly, if this continues to happen, I'm going to go on a vacation myself, alone. Ben's not even involved. I love him very much, but he can stay here and watch his kids, and I'm just going to go. I'm going to vomit us right out, and it's going to be great. Who am I kidding? Ben's going to come with me, and the kids are going to come with me. It really is a dirty little cycle. It really, really is. And I love those little brats. My heathens are so cute. I don't even know what to do. Anyway, hopefully you guys are staying safe and not sick, because everybody's getting sick around here and it's ridiculous. So don't come to Twin Falls. You'll get sick and it's not pretty.